we go on, your road to ruin is a wide one. And we go on, two horses gone, but us still have.
Welcome to plotjob.com, your home for expert horse racing tips. It's the biggest week of the year, Cheltenham Festival 2025, and we're diving straight into the action for Tuesday, March 12th. Our profit from October to December 2024 was over £2,000. Like and subscribe now, don't miss out. Okay, back to Cheltenham. We've got in-depth analysis, key selections, and a few value picks to get your festival off to a winning start. Let's get straight into it. Supreme Novices Hurdle Horse Racing Tip. This year's Supreme Novices Hurdle is run in memory of Michael O'Sullivan, a talented young jockey who tragically lost his life a few weeks ago. The racing world mourns his loss, and this race is a fitting tribute. As for the contest itself, Kopek Des Bordes was breathtaking at the Dublin Racing Festival. His first two starts weren't flawless, he raced freely and made a few jumping errors, but despite that, he always looked like the real deal. Connections have long believed he's a future star, and now's the time to prove it. We have huge respect for Romeo Coolio, a classy horse in his own right who won't make it easy. However, Kopek has a serious engine, and that will be the difference. He's been handed a rating of 157, which is £9 clear of Romeo Coolio, and both visually and on the clock, is the standout. If he gets close to even money on the day, we'll be doubling our usual stake. Let's hope it's 1-0 to the punters after the opener. 𝐼𝐜𝐴 Chase Horse Racing Tip. We've been fans of 𝐼𝐵𝐺 for a long time. He was in our tracker after finishing third at last year's Dublin Racing Festival, and we backed him at the festival in 2024. Now, there's no secret, he should be way too good for these. When Willie Mullins first saw 𝐼𝐵𝐺 arrive at Clossarton in 2023, he was told this horse had been purchased for the Triumph Hurdle. One look at his imposing frame, and Mullins knew better. This was a future 3-mile chaser, possibly even a Gold Cup horse. After winning in France, 𝐼𝐵𝐺 was snapped up by J.P. McManus, and the raw potential was there for all to see. He's developed into a monster, and this race should be his for the taking. Expect the bookies to try and take on some of these day one favourites, but 𝐼𝐵𝐺 looks rock solid. Horse Racing Tip. 1440 Cheltenham, Ultima Handicap Chase. Broadway Boy is the one we're backing here. This horse thrives at Cheltenham, boasting a superb course record, 3 wins, 2 places, and just 1 unplaced run. His season has been geared toward 2 key targets, including a strong runner-up finish in the Coral Cup at Newbury, where he carried 11 stone 8 pounds to a fine second-place effort. That run showed he's in top form, and today's race looks a perfect fit for his front-running style. He has a touch of class, they have always taught he was a good one. If he is in the same vein as he was at Newbury, he should be fighting out the finish today. Bet, 1 point each way at 15-2, widely available, extra places, many firms paying 6 places. Broadway Boy loves this track, and everything points to another big run today. Champion Hurdle Horse Racing Tip. Today could be history in the making, because if Constitution Hill wins, he cements himself alongside the legends like 𝐼𝐵𝐺. There's no doubt that Brighter Days Ahead is a top-class mare, and we backed her last year. She'll win plenty of Grade 1s. But today? This is all about Constitution Hill. Fred Winter Hurdle Horse Racing Tip. The Fred Winter is always a tricky puzzle, but we've landed on 𝐼𝐴. We originally liked Naturally Nimble, but he's a non-runner, no bet, so we moved to 𝐼𝐴, whose form is rock solid. He was once rated in the low 80s on the flat, and his early sprinting form includes a race against none other than City of Troy. Over 6 furlongs, he even finished ahead of Mountain Bear, which is notable. Before switching to hurdles, he ran third in a 1-mile 6-furlong handicap, and though his pedigree suggests stamina might be a concern, he stays all day. His best effort was a third to Bilbo, who lines up in the JCB Triumph Hurdle, a form line that gives him serious claims. Trainer Ross O'Sullivan knows what he's doing, and at 25-1, with many firms paying 5 or 6 places, he's a cracking each-way bet. This is an ultra-competitive race, but he offers plenty of value at those odds. 1720 Cheltenham National Hunt Challenge Cup Novices Handicap Chase. Will do for Gordon Elliott and Gigginstown, brings some solid bumper form to the table and performed respectably over hurdles before quickly switching to the larger obstacles. With 6 chase starts under his belt, his experience is building nicely. The standout piece of form comes from his 4th chase start in the Paddy Power Chase at Leopardstown, a race that has already produced 3 or 4 subsequent winners, a key pointer to the strength of that contest. Next time out, he was hampered at the start but still managed to finish a creditable 6th, showing resilience in a competitive field. His latest run was an eye-catching 2nd place in the Grand National Trial Handicap Chase, a strong prep for this race. He's a progressive type, and off a mark of 132 with a nice racing weight, he looks primed to be involved at the finish. Bet, 1 point each way at 12-1, most firms paying 5 places. That wraps up our Cheltenham Festival Day 1 tips. If you've enjoyed this, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow plotjob.com for daily festival insights. Let's hope we start on the right foot. Good luck, and enjoy the racing.